Good morning, everyone. We're just getting started here testing our setup. Want to make sure you can see and hear us. If you can please just send us a quick note. Jacob's going to do a little bit of talking from his mat. And if you can just send us a quick yes or a thumbs up to let us know that you can hear, that would be wonderful.
Howdy y'all. Yep, just a little test check here. Microphone check, see if we're close enough. Pretty much have most of me on the screen. I might try to scoot it back a half an inch here. And yeah, so if you could just let us know how the volume is, about a pretty standard tone. Perfect. Awesome. Pretty much everything. You can assume what my hands are doing. Oh, thank you, Sarah.
Yep.
Awesome. Wonderful. Got both your Matt and Michael's in the shot as well. Perfect.
Yeah, looks like we're just waiting for a few more people to join.
Awesome.
We'll just wait one more minute and then we can get started.
Perfect. No rush. As you're settling in, again, we are all restricted to our own spaces and places in this time. You'll see I have a few blocks behind me. We are going to do a little Ardha Hanuman today. It's a little bit of that hanging back with the extended foot. It can be nice to have blocks here. You might not have blocks at home. This could be a great time to find a couple of books that might be a similar size to each other. Those can act as blocks for you for that pose, as well as any other we might get into where you need a little bit of a lift. Awesome. As Sarah said, we're just going to wait for a few moments, let everybody enter the virtual space and join the party, and we'll get started in just a brief moment.
Okay, I think we're good to go.
Cool. Awesome. Well, we shall begin. Again, for anybody who's just joining or for anyone who's never practiced with me, my name is Jacob. Thanks for checking things out. Thanks for tuning in today. And thanks for being a part of this little flow. I have Sarah and Michael here with me. They're going to help with demonstrations, kind of give you a little more visual cues and a chance to see different variations on different postures. This is going to be a Hatha practice, meaning we will hold postures for a little longer than you might be used to if you're normally flowing. We're going to find some comfort in those uncomfortable spaces, kind of push our boundaries a little bit and see where we can grow just a little bit and find a little bit more space to breathe into. I like to begin all of my practices with a little talk on the stars, a little talk about what's going on with the astrology. If that's not your jam, you can just drop into a meditation now, a quick few breaths here. We'll get you through and we'll all be joining up with you in a brief moment. But to talk about the sky, to talk about what's going on in these times. Right now, the sun is in Aries. We were working with that last week. That's that internal fire, that core. The moon right now is moving through Gemini. That's an air sign, meaning the air connects with the heart. Last week, we were working a bit with not letting that internal fire burn the heart. Traditionally, we hold something over a fire, it cooks or burns. We don't really want to do that with our heart. So we were using the analogy of a hot air balloon. If you can open that heart, if you can find lofty space, then that Aries fire will come up and the fumes will lift you and provide you loft to enter that third dimension and travel as you will. So we're going to work a lot of heart opening today. That internal fire is probably already raging since we're about a week and a half into Aries. So we'll let that fire rage up and we'll give it some nice open space to lift us into that next dimension. Awesome. Well, we'll begin in a seated meditation. If you don't have a bolster or something to sit upon, it could be nice to grab yourself a blanket, a pillow, any sort of cushioning, as we will be here for a few moments. If sitting cross-legged like this is not your jam, if it's not in for your hips, your IT bands, or your knees, a real great option, again, if you have the props for it, maybe a book, a block, a bolster, or a blanket between the legs, sitting over it, between the heels. Again, I'm pretty low here, but any amount of loft can give you a real nice release on any tension on the sides of those legs, the knees, or the IT bands. Lovely. As you find yourself here, no rush to get to your seated space. When you do, finding comfortable spine. I like to think of the pelvic bowl here as a potted plant, heavy, filled with soil, that earth element. Your spine growing upright like a shoot of bamboo, can still sway in the wind. It's strong, it's sturdy. Beautiful. When you feel this alignment, let's begin to bring the breath to the forefront of our focus. Deepening the inhales, extending the exhales. No rush, no direction just yet. Inhaling again, and exhaling once more. Beautiful. No intention either. Really just being here in this moment, arriving in this space, being deep within this breath, and taking a moment to let all the other little things wash away. It's within your practice. This can be a great time to engage in Ujjayi breathing. That's a new word for you. It's going to be a slight constriction of these muscles right here around the vocal cords, the throat area. Now it's going to create a noise. We sometimes liken this to the ocean shore or Darth Vader's breath. But more importantly to me, it creates a texture. This texture, it's another layer, another sensation, another reminder of how complex you are. Just being here, just taking breath. You're in your body, you're uniting with breath. You're here, you've done it. You're already practicing yoga. Beautiful. A few more rounds of breath like this mini meditation, a chance to prepare us for when we move forward to our asana, our standing postures. Just as then, right now, thoughts may come and go. It's likely that they will. An analogy I like to use is beautiful today, a sky that has lots of clouds and a bit of sun. Imagine that bright, beautiful blue sky, that thoughtless mind, that clear, beautiful space and place we all know. When a cloud moves in front of that sun, it's pretty rare that we believe that cloud will stay there forever. We know deep down that the same natural processes that brought that cloud in front of the sun shall continue in time to take it away and reveal that sunshine and blue sky once more. Same as with your thoughts as they come into the mind. Don't fight them, don't clutch, don't try to push them away. Treat them like clouds, find beautiful shapes in them, see what they can show you, and then let them go on their way, knowing that sun will be back once more. Lovely. Let's take one more natural inhale here. At the base of your next exhale, we're going to begin a pranayama technique, a control of breath, the direction of breath or prana. At your next inhale, we're going to break into three distinct parts, the three-part breath. Your first third coming to this low belly, the second third to this mid belly, the final third might lift the upper chest cavity slightly, a little beginning heart opening. Exhale, one long exhale to release everything all at once. You can hold out briefly if you like to explore that retention, that emptiness, feeling that vacuum. And when you're ready, letting breath come back in, we'll do it three parts again. A few rounds like this, 1/3 low, 1/3 medium, a final third feeling upper chest. Again, maybe holding in for a brief moment if you like to explore the tension. And when ready, one exhale to release. One more time after your retention, if you will, three-part breath. This first third and second, imagine being that fireplace, that Aries core and fire, the hearth, up the chimney to the third, this open space where you begin to open that heart, the ballooning of the chest, the lifting, your hot air balloon filling. Again, release this breath. Just as important as opening the front of the heart is opening the back. So maybe a slight round of the back as you exhale fully. And when you release this breath completely, we'll return to a normal, natural inhale. Returning to a neutral breath of your own pace. Beautiful. We'll begin to add a few hand movements here. If you'd like, you can switch the cross of your legs. A few more minutes sitting cross-legged just to begin a little arm and breath movement. Good. If hands are on the hips, let's drop them to the sides. With an exhale, let the shoulders be real relaxed. And with an inhale, we'll engage through fingertips. Let's take arms wide and high to the sky. Beautiful. Hands will meet above the head. With an exhale, let's take them to heart center. Good. Very, very basic here. Still working with opening the heart. Let's inhale to part the hands and pitch the chest up slightly. Good. Exhale, let's close those hands. Find the little round of the back. Beautiful. Inhale, open. Feel free to make it as dramatic as you like. Be in communication here. Exhale to close with your low back. Make sure you're not tweaking it out too much. We're going to build a lot of heart opening here. Inhale to open throughout practice today. So no worries, no rush. Exhale to close. Good. One more time. Inhale to open. Beautiful. Exhale to close. Good. Inhale here with hands closed. With an exhale, part those palms and exhale into the center of them. 3 breaths like this. As always, a chance to set an intention for your practice. But at the very least, a moment to recognize that even though you can't see your breath, it's an integral part of your existence. Bringing those hands together at heart center to acknowledge all the other parts of our existence that we can't see, but are integral to us being here. Beautiful. One more inhale here. Good. One more exercise. With an exhale, point those fingertips to me and extend the arms. Good. Inhale here while reaching. Exhale like you're opening 2 doors, the doors you use to block your heart. Part them with an exhale. Inhale, reach high, grab something fresh from the sky. Palms together, we'll exhale into heart center. Just 3 times, 2 more like this. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale to open, expose your heart, get vulnerable. Inhale, reach high, grab something new, and exhale it down into that newly exposed and open heart. One more time, inhale forward. We'll work this process, this arm flow a little later in some lunges, so just get comfortable with it now. Inhaling high, grab something new, and exhale to heart center. We'll pause here at heart center. Beautiful. And we'll finish with 3 ohms to close our little seated flow. Inhaling once here, let's exhale to ground. And inhaling next for the first ohm. Beautiful. 2 more. One to let everyone else in your house hear you. Those ohms fade to silence. The hands can fall towards the lap. Your legs are crossed. You can uncross them here. And let's make our way from wherever we're at to hands and knees. A little tabletop will be our first asana of class. Bringing hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We'll find some 90-degree angles. It can be real nice if you have the option to pad the knees here. We will do a little bit of work on these knees, so giving them comfort can be great. When you're here, when you feel grounded, let's begin to work a little cat-cow flow. With every inhale here, let's drop our navel. With every exhale, let's round that spine. Beautiful. Good. Cat-cow here. A beautiful posture to begin with, a chance to communicate with your body. With every inhale here, you're dropping your navel low. You might call it a U shape. You might say you're creating the udders of a cow with your belly. Every exhale, maybe the letter N, maybe you imagine a cat waking up first thing in the morning. This gives us our cat and our cow animals respectively. As you feel grounded in this flow between these two animal poses, begin to take your conversation a little outside the box. By that I mean the literal box you created here with 4 points on the floor. And let's find a little bit of creativity. Grounded here with your next few inhales and exhales. Maybe during cat, you find something like a child's pose. Maybe during cow, you find something like an upward dog or cobra that we'll be getting to soon. Maybe you just find a little shimmy sham of the hips, a little side stretch up to the armpits. Maybe you just stay in a little forward and back cat cow. That's okay too. As I always like to say, I'm here to guide us through breath and through posture. But one thing I can never do, one thing I will never know, is you as well as you do. So please take what I say as suggestion and know that this inner voice you're communing with right now, this Satguru or your intuition, knows you better than I ever will and can give you exactly what you need today, as long as you just listen. Beautiful. Inhale, one more breath in here, one more exhale to finish your little flow. And with the next inhale, we'll return to a neutral table. Good. With an exhale, we're going to move towards downward facing here by tucking toes and driving heels. Sit bones reach high for the sky as heels reach towards the floor. An inhale here, and exhale, just something out the mouth. Good. One more breath in here. Let's continue that thread of freedom by pedaling feet. By that I mean reaching one heel towards the floor as the opposing knee bends, almost like you're a runner preparing for a race, stretching out those calves and hamstrings. Maybe a knee crosses in front of one another for a side stretch. Again, if you were enjoying that hip to armpit stretch from the last little cat-cow creativity, maybe you extend it here. Beautiful. Another breath or two, exploring your downward facing. Awesome. Let's return back to a neutral downward facing dog. Inhaling here. With an exhale, let's return to table pose. Beautiful. Inhale, drop the navel. One cow pose. As we move towards cat, we're going to round back up to downward facing. Tuck those toes, round the spine, lift the sit bones, drive the heels. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to float to plank. You may drop those knees back for a table if plank's not your jam or your core isn't feeling it this morning. Another place here where I can guide you to plank, but I cannot engage your core for you. If you're too high or low, you'll know. Find that sweet spot. Give yourself what you signed up for. One more breath here. Let's inhale all the way to the floor. I'm going to practice a few cobras here, preparing for our little flows later. With an inhale on the floor, let's exhale a low cobra. Lift mostly through the low back, fingertips like kickstands. Let's inhale in low cobra and exhale to the floor. Beautiful. Inhale the floor. Exhale a medium cobra, a little weight in the hands, peeling that first highest to abdomen maybe off the floor. Exhale all the way down. Inhale on the floor for a third and final cobra, pressing into the hands, maybe peeling the navel up, not necessarily straightening arms, but a little weight in the hands. A breath here, we exhale to the floor. Inhale on the floor. Exhale, a cobra of your choice. We're gonna use this to move towards child's pose. So inhale in your version and exhale, weight the hands, maybe the forearms too. Peel that chest up off the floor and slide it back with that exhale to drape it over the knees. Beautiful, reaching hands towards me, sitting hips back towards heels. An inhale here, let's take an exhale just to ground. One breath in here. And with an exhale, ground through the hands. Let's lift back up into tabletop pose. Inhaling in tabletop, we're gonna exhale, tuck the toes, find downward facing. Inhale here in downward facing. And with an exhale, let's begin to walk the feet to meet the hands. Nice and slow, no rush. Using your pause to get you closer to that forward fold. At the front of the mat here, feet at shoulder width. Let's grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Beautiful. If you're swaying here, coming steady. If you've grabbed elbows, let's release. Let's take a flat back. Inhaling, hands are gonna come up to shins, almost to knees probably. Inhaling here. Exhale all the way back down. Good, one more of those. Inhale, flat back. This time as you exhale, let the hands find the floor and use that so you can step your feet together. Toes touching or close will work a little preparation for chair. Inhale to flat back. As you exhale for Utkatasana, let's bend the knees, drape the torso. Inhale, lift that torso high as the knees stay bent. Beautiful. You should be able to see those big toes. If you can't, scooch the knees back just a hair. Your low back's gonna wanna make a little shelf. I like to think of water running down your back if you're in the shower. You want it to create a waterfall, not a little pool. Keep it nice and downturned and strong. Keep that lower abdomen engaged. One more breath here. Exhale, stand straight up, reach high, let palms come together. Inhale here, and through heart center, let's forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Good, exhale, let the hands find the floor. Put your weight in the right foot and let's step the left foot back. If your blanket's not there, you might wanna put it back down as we're gonna drop the knee, maybe even folding your mat, top with left foot down as well. We'll find a low lunge here. Beautiful. Inhale, low lunge, exhale to ground. Inhale, arms wide and high. Beautiful. Exhale, sit a little deeper. Inhale, you can gaze up if it feels okay. That will open the heart slightly. But if the low neck or low back has any argument, just gaze straight ahead. Beautiful. Inhale, let's bring the palms together. With an exhale, we're gonna drop the left hand down towards the left thigh. You can gaze down if you need to for balance, but once you find a place for that left hand to rest on the back of that left leg, let's inhale, reach the right a little higher, and maybe with an exhale, gaze towards that right hand, a slight back bend and heart opener. Inhale here. Good. With an exhale, the right hand leads, kind of like a cartwheeling motion. The left follows and will frame the right foot. Grabbing blocks if you might need them. We'll take an Ardha Hanuman here, a little flow between the two. Inhaling to lunge, we'll exhale, straighten right leg, Ardha Hanuman. Good, next inhale, right back to lunge. We're just gonna wake the hips up here, exhale, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, lunge, and find your flow. If you begin to move at a different pace here than myself, Sarah, or Michael, that's perfect. I'm sure you all have different lung capacities than any of us. And so take yours to its limit, explore your comfort zone, and find your own little flow here. We'll all unite back in a few moments. See if as you move through this flow, You can tap in a little bit to what we just worked with in Cobra. Let the hands be like kickstands. They're there to wait, to provide a little safety for that knee. But really, you're not collapsing into them. There's work being done in your pelvic bowl and core to help you move between these two poses. And the hands again, like kickstands. Inhale, next time to lunge. With an exhale, let's stay here, grounding into the low lunge. Beautiful. Inhale here. With an exhale, let's place the hands, tuck the left toe, and step back for a plank. Beautiful. Inhaling here in plank. With an exhale, we're going to lower all the way to the floor. Inhale for a cobra of your choice. Exhale to the floor. Inhale for Sphinx. That means elbows underneath the shoulders. Hands a little towards the front of the room. Inhale to lift the head. With an exhale, let it be heavy. Good. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, heavy. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, heavy. Good. One more time to the left. And center. To the right. And center. Good. This time, inhale, lift the head, engage the core. Exhale, tuck the toes and lift forearm plank. Inhale here and hold. Beautiful. You can hold this plank, or if you'd like to take a dolphin variation, you can walk the feet towards the hands. This is like a downward dog with forearms down. Again, this could be a little reprieve from the plank if you want to really take your core and burn that Aries fire today. Just stay in plank. If you're in dolphin, let's all return to plank. Forearming still on the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, pelvis down. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, fingers under shoulders, melt back towards the floor. Inhale here. With an exhale, tuck toes, weight the hands, and let's press through a push-up to plank pose. Beautiful. Inhaling here in plank. Your feet are together at the back of the mat. We're going to exhale right to downward facing dog. Beautiful. With feet together, you're going to weight the right and just step the left up to mimic that low lunge we did now on the opposing side. Right knee drops, top of right foot as well. Inhale once here, exhale to ground, release hands, and inhale them high. Exhale, sit a little deeper, and inhale, reach a little higher. Maybe you gaze up. Again, if that low neck, if that low back feels any pain, just straight ahead with that. You can even try just pitching the heart up if the neck is the only thing complaining. One more breath here. Exhale to ground. Inhale, hands together. Right arm falls. Finding spot on right thigh. Inhale, left a little higher. Exhale, maybe you find a little back bend. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale to hold. Let that heart shine. Inhale once more. Cartwheeling with the left hand first. Right follows. Framing left foot. Grab your blocks if you need them. We'll Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten left leg. And back to lunge. Beautiful. Find your flow for the next 5 breaths or so. Another thing I'll add, see if you can tap into the 3-part breath here. And by that I mean as you exhale, you're really using that low 2/3, that belly, to exhale all the air so you can fold deeper. When you inhale, you're filling that upper third so that you can rise and you can still be strong in the core while taking full breath in. See if the breath can also direct the movement. You can hold your Ardha Hanuman till you want breath to come in, and the inhaling can lift you out. The filling of the chest can puff you up. When you can't feel anymore, the exhalation, the compression of the abdomen brings you back naturally towards that fold. And a few breaths on your own. And finish the current cycle you're on. The next time you inhale, we'll take a full expression of that lunge, knee past the ankle. We'll exhale into a grounded lunge, knee right over the ankle, hands framing the foot. We'll inhale here, exhale, tuck right toes, and we'll step back for plank. Beautiful. Inhale here. With an exhale to the left side of the left foot, we'll find a side plank, sending right arm to the sky. You can drop that left knee down for an easier plank here, creating a little triangle with those legs, or lifting right, as you can see buried behind me, for different degrees of difficulty. Another breath here. Let's all return to a side plank from wherever you are. From here, let's all return to a plank. Inhaling and plank. Let's move through a chaturanga. Hovering here, you can reach the floor or an upward facing dog, a cobra while hovering. Let's all meet in downward facing. This being a hatha practice, we'll only find a vinyasa like that a few times, but you're welcome to vary it to your choosing with any of the options we've played with so far. A breath in here, exhale to release. Inhale here, and give me an animal noise. One more of those. Inhale in. Good. Another inhale. This time, exhale, step the left foot to the center of the back of your mat. Still at the back, it's just like a kickstand now, so we can inhale the right leg high. Three-legged dog. Weighted evenly on that left foot. Inhale the right a little higher. We're going to keep the hips square. Exhale to hold. Inhale a little higher, and we'll find some core work. Right knee to right elbow, hover, and three-legged with an inhale. Right knee to left elbow, hover, three-legged. And we're going to move towards lunge by taking knee to nose, hovering, dropping right foot. If you want to drop left knee, you can, but we'll keep it up if you'd like. Maybe stepping left foot out a hair to the left. You might want to step it in towards the right foot a hair, finding a nice structured, grounded 2 feet on the floor. When here, we'll exhale arms wide, inhale them high, and find full expression of high lunge. Again, gazing up could be nice, but if it's not, no need to force it. We're going to hold this here for a breath or two. Find a little comfort in the unknown, the uncomfortable. We will move, but it doesn't matter when. You're already here. You're practicing yoga. You've done it. Beautiful. Let's inhale palms together. Exhale, heart center. 3 times. Inhale, forward reach. Exhale, open those doors. Inhale, grab something new. Exhale to heart center. 2 more, you got this. Inhale, forward. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, pull in. 1 more. Inhale, forward. Expose that heart, get vulnerable. Inhale, reach high, grab something new and fill it. Exhale, in. Beautiful. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, heart center. Good. Inhale, reach high. We're going to exhale, cactus arms, bend that left knee as well, and let it touch the floor. Beautiful. Drop top of left foot down. Inhale, take cactus arms. And this time, exhale, cactus arms, melt them all the way down. We're going to interlace hands. Exhale, drive your fingertips away from you as you lift the chest. If this is too much on the low back, just let that left hand find the left thigh like before and lift the right hand for that same previous open heart variation. If your hands are interlaced, let's unlace them. Inhale them high. Good. Exhale, wide arms, frame the right foot. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, top left toes, step back for plank. Inhale here in plank, and exhale all the way to the floor. Beautiful. Inhale, cobra. And as you exhale, we're gonna walk the fingertips towards the back of the room, preparing for a little locust flow. With an inhale here, your first locust is just gonna be the legs and the torso. Keeping hands to the floor with an exhale, you can lift legs and torso. Inhale here, we'll hold for a breath. And exhale to the floor. You can let the left ear find the floor. If you'd like, maybe bending knees, a little windshield wiper of the legs. Beautiful, returning knees, their legs upright, letting them fall back to the floor. Turning head straight, let's inhale here. Exhale, if you'd like, add arms, but you can feel free to take that same first variation. Full locust pose, if you will, holding breath here. Sorry, a few breaths here, holding posture. One more. Exhale to the floor. Right ear can find the floor. Let's windshield wiper once more. Good. Bring those legs upright. Without letting the legs find the floor, you can center the face. If you'd like, two options here, an opportunity to take bow pose. But if bow pose is not something you like to do, you can drop those legs back down for another locust. If bow is something you like, let's reach hands back for those feet. Driving feet into hands to lift knees and torso all the way to upper abdomen off the floor. Another breath here. And exhale, release. You're taking locust, coming to the floor. We'll all meet you there. Inhale, bring the hands back beneath the shoulders. Exhale, tuck toes and press through push-up. Let's find a plank. Inhale here, feet together, exhale straight to downward facing. Beautiful. That right foot now centered. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, open a little higher, hips square. Exhale to hold. Inhale, prepare to work your core, and exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. To the right elbow with the left knee, three-legged. Good, towards the face this time, find a high lunge or a low if you need to drop that knee, nothing wrong with that. Maybe stepping right foot out, maybe stepping it in a hair, find a grounded pose. Exhale here, arms wide, inhale them high. Gaze up if it feels okay, and settle a little deeper. Again, a moment of Hatha here, finding a little comfort in the unknown. Just breathe. Good. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center 3 times. Inhale, reach forward. Open those doors. Good. Inhale, reach high. Grab something new. Exhale, heart center. I'm going to breathe with you. Stop at heart center here. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the energy between those hands at the heart. Inhale, reach high. Good. Exhale, cactus arms, bend right knee all the way to the floor. Drop top of right foot. Inhale, high. Exhale, cactus arms, melt all the way. Again, 2 options, either interlacing fingers or right hand to right thigh, left hand can rise for that easier variation from before. Either way, a breath with heart open, pitching to the sky. One more. Either variation, let's return unlacing fingers or inhaling right arm high, both hands meet at the sky, exhale, arms wide, frame foot. Grounding the hands, inhale here, exhale, tuck right toes, step back for plank. Inhale here in plank. Exhale, find the flow of your choosing of vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhaling here. Exhaling, drop the knees. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, as you cat, tuck the toes and chase your cat with a dog, downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale to plank. Inhale, plank, exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale here, exhale, either hold or take a dolphin. If you've taken a dolphin here, maybe playing with grounding left foot, lifting right. Maybe replacing right, lifting left. If you're still holding forearm plank, you're a champion, keep going. We'll all return to that forearm plank. Inhaling here, exhale, pelvis to the floor. Inhale, Sphinx. Good, exhale, one more time, forearm plank. Inhale, forearm plank. We're gonna move to a regular plank. So weight that right forearm, place the left hand, weight the left hand, place the right, beautiful. Inhale here, and to finish everything up, to the right side of the right foot, send left arm high, side plank. A variation of your choosing. Again, dropping right knee, or maybe hovering left leg. Another breath here. Returning to our side plank. Let's all find plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, flow of your vinyasa. We'll all meet in downward facing. Beautiful. Inhaling here in downward facing. Exhale, let something out. Lovely. Two more. Inhale in. One more. Beautiful. Good. Inhale here. Good. Exhale. Let's ground that left foot back to the mat. Inhale, right leg high. Let's stand three-legged. This time with an exhale, let's open that dog. We're not going to circle just yet. We'll inhale, just hanging open. Good. Let's return the square hips, straighten leg. Inhale here. Exhale, high lunge. Right knee to nose. Right foot finds floor. Left knee could drop if you need it to. Inhale here. Exhale, arms wide. Inhale them high. Beautiful. Move through our little warrior flow. Hands above the head. Exhale, point them at me like you're holding a bow and arrow. Right hand holds the bow. Left hand pulls the arrow. Inhale here. Drop left heel down. And as you exhale, release the arrow with your left hand, extending left arm. Warrior two. Beautiful. Gazing over that front fingertip. The first thing that's going to want to go are going to be those shoulder muscles, the caps right here, to keep them strong, to give them longevity. Try holding with these muscles right between. They're the muscles that we use whenever we close our cactus arms. Work with those muscles. Good. Let's push our boundary a little further, literally forward, up and over now for reclined warrior. This right leg's going to want to straighten, so keep it honest and bent. The left side's going to want to collapse, so stay strong. Maybe even hover left hand. Inhale here. Good. Right elbow to right knee. Let's cartwheel, extended side angle. You might want to hover right hand here to keep right side strong. Good. You've hovered right hand to right elbow. If you come to the floor, let's bring elbow back to knee. Inhale here. Good, leading with left hand. Let's lift out of the right hip back to warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, leading with right hand. We're gonna cartwheel arms, left heel lifts as you frame the foot. Inhaling here, step right back or plank. Inhaling plank. Exhale, another vinyasa of your choice, one of our last. Give yourself what you came for. We'll all meet downward facing. Beautiful. We'll ground into that right foot with an exhale, and we'll inhale the left high. Exhale to open it. Inhale here to hold. Exhale a little more open. Inhale, reach that leg high, straighten, square hips. Exhale towards high lunge. Good. Inhale, ground. Exhale, arms wide. Inhale them high. Inhale, look up, grab your bow and arrow. Exhale, point it at me. Left hand holds the bow, right hand pulls the arrow. Drop the heel, release the arrow, extend right hand. Warrior two. Beautiful. Push that boundary forward, up and over now, reclined. Again, left knee's gonna wanna straighten. Right side's gonna wanna collapse. Be integral. Inhale here, leading with left hand. Let's cartwheel, left elbow, left knee, right arm overhead. You can send left hand to the floor if that's the variation you like. I like to hover left hand. Find it keeps that left side integral. Inhale here. Let's return to side angle if you've taken a variation. Inhale here. Exhale, right arm leads, lifting us out of left hip. Warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel, lift right heel, right left foot. Inhale here, step back to plank with an exhale. Inhale here, and our final little vinyasa. Exhale, bend. Chaturanga or upward dog of your choice. We'll all meet downward face. Inhale here. Exhale at the knees, find the floor, tabletop pose. Inhale, drop the navel once, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Good. Inhale, one more cow. And this time as you exhale to a cat, let's find child's pose, bringing torso over the thighs, extending hands. Inhale here, and as you find the floor, let something release. Two more like that. Beautiful. With this next inhale, naturally let's float back up to table. No rush to get there. Good. With an exhale, to ground. Beautiful. With an inhale here, staying in table. With an exhale, we're going to walk the hands back towards the knees. Beautiful. Coming up right on our knee. Wonderful. We're going to work a camel pose. You can take hands to the hips right here. If this is something that you're really not wanting to work with today, please feel free to just return to a table, taking a few cat-cows while we move through our camel posture. If you're ready to take a camel with us, we're going to really try to keep our pelvis in front of our knees here. Having hands at hips here, really reaching that pelvis forward, pitch that heart up with an inhale. If you feel good here, with an exhale, maybe begin just taking one hand back. If that feels good, maybe taking the second. You take a moment to look at the screen. You can see if my hips drop back like this, I don't want to be here. Just one on the floor, maybe hands at hips. We want to keep these hips, this pelvis in front of the knees as that heart shines high. One more breath here. Good. Now getting out of camel just as important as getting in. We want to support that back. Choose your strongest hand, keep it supported, bring the other one to the low back. Good, now match it. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale, let the hands come back to the floor, and inhale, let's walk them back to table. Good, exhale to ground into table. Beautiful, inhale here in table. With an exhale, let's ground through the left hand. We're gonna inhale, open the right high to the sky. We're gonna be dynamic though, so as you exhale, thread the needle, but as you finish your exhale, inhale right back open to the sky. Good, exhale, thread. And inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. And inhale, reach. Good, this time thread and we'll stay down. Full expression, right shoulder can find the floor. Maybe left arm walks towards the front of the room, grounding that left shoulder as well. Good, let's return the left hand to underneath the shoulder. Let's inhale here with an exhale to ground. Inhale, take the right arm high to the sky once more. With an exhale, we're gonna find balancing table, sending right hand forward as the opposing leg comes up and back. Inhale here, exhale to hold. Inhale, reach, exhale, condense, elbow to knee. 3 times. Inhale, reach, exhale, condense. Inhale, reach. Good, condense. This time, inhale, reach. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Bend that left knee, and let's take a few circles with that left hip. Lovely, maybe changing directions. Good. Let's come steady here. Let's straighten that left leg. It hasn't touched the floor yet. We're gonna move to a downward facing dog, a 3-legged dog. If you like, you can just drop that left knee, but for a vigorous transition, you can tuck right toes. Inhaling here, exhale, press into the palms, and inhale, lift left leg high, 3-legged. Reaching high with that inhale, let's exhale, open dog. Inhale here, you can make a circle with that left leg. Exhale, maybe change direction. Inhale, let's square hips, straighten left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, let's find high lunge. Inhale, arms wide and high. Exhale, grab your bow. Inhale, pull your arrow, drop your heel. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reclined warrior. Exhale, hold. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Let's everyone bring elbow to knee. We're gonna take a little variation. Instead of right arm overhead, let's bring right arm behind the back. It'd be ideal to reach for that left thigh, but we just want it behind the back, a little twist here and a little variation on opening the heart in a warrior. Beautiful. Release that bind if you've taken it, reaching right hand high to the sky once more. Exhale to lead with that right hand, lifting us out of the left hip with integrity. Inhale here for triangle, straightening left leg. Exhale, reach till you can't anymore. And when you can't, fold at the left hip. A block might be helpful. You probably won't make it to the floor. The shin is a great place to stay. Beautiful. If you can come down to the floor, maybe finding yourself there, or a few breaths here. And finishing our triangle, reaching with right hand to lift out of right hip and left. Back up, arms parallel. Turn left toes towards me. Good, let's inhale, hands to hips, puff the chest. And exhale, prasarita, take a forward fold. When you pass through midline, hands can find the floor. Inhale to flat back here. Good, exhale, let's take a variation of your choosing. Only one real prasarita today. So take your favorite arm variation. That might be walking them. For us, that would be the mirror wall behind us to pull yourself deeper. Maybe you like grabbing onto toes. That can be nice, using biceps to extend and expand those shoulder blades. That's kind of opening the back of the heart. And the same theme for today. Wherever you are, another breath here. Let's return hands beneath the face. Inhale to flat back. Good. With an exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, upright the torso. And exhale, turn those left foots back towards the front of the room. Bend in that left knee. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel arms, lift right heel, bring left foot. Inhale here. Exhale, step back for plank. Inhale here. Exhale, right into downward facing, feet together. Inhale here. Exhale, drop those knees. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale here. Exhale to release to the floor. Good. Inhale here. And exhale, let's lift up towards table. Inhaling in table. Exhale to ground. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to take that left arm high and begin the same little flow. And the opposing side. Exhale, thread that left arm needle 3 times. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, thread. One more. Inhale, reach. This time, threading and holding. Beautiful. Left ear maybe finds the floor. Right hand might walk towards knee. Beautiful. Right hand comes back underneath the shoulder. Grounding here with an exhale. Inhale, left arm high. Beautiful. Exhale for balancing table. Inhale here. Exhale to condense 3 times. Good. Inhale, reach. Left hand grounds. Right knee bends. A few circles with the exhale. Continue to breathe here. Maybe inhale, change in direction. Your exhale, circle on this side. Let's inhale, square hip, straighten right leg. Exhale here. Again, choosing your adventure. You can drop right knee, move through downward dog, or just tuck left toes. Inhale here. Exhale, press, and inhale, lift. 3-legged. Exhale to ground. Inhale here. Exhale to open dog. Inhale to circle. Exhale, change direction. Inhale, square hip, straighten leg. Exhale, right knee to nose, find high lunge. Inhale here, maybe step left foot up. Exhale, arms wide. Inhale, them high. Exhale to settle. Inhale, grab your bow and arrow. Exhale, point it at me. Inhale, pull that arrow, drop that left foot. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach forward, up and over. Reclined. Exhale to hold. Inhale here. Exhale, right elbow, right knee. With this little open heart variation, keep the right elbow, right knee. You can take that left hand behind the back, the right thigh, opening that heart, twisting towards the sky. You can drive that right elbow into the knee to help you twist open a little more. Inhale here. Exhale, untwist. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, lead it back to lift you out of right hip, warrior two. Inhale, straighten leg, prepare for triangle. Exhale, reach forward with the right hand. When you can't anymore, fold at that right hip. Find your variation. Trikonasana. Gazing towards the left hand can be nice, but if the neck disagrees, I suggest you listen to the neck. Another breath here. Exhale, left hand leads, lift us out of the hip girdle here. Good, inhale here. With an exhale, turn right toes towards me. Inhale, hands to hips, puff the chest. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Good, hands find the floor. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, walk the heels in, 2 steps, toes out, a squat or goddess pose. Inhale, gather something from the earth towards heart center. Exhale to center. We're gonna work a little chi moving exercise. Inhale here. With an exhale, let's push to our left, straightening right leg slightly. Inhale, pull something in. Exhale, push to the right, straighten left. Beautiful. Inhale, find something new and fresh. Exhale, something ooey gooey, sticky, dark. Inhale, light. Exhale, out the old. Inhale with the new. And continue. All esoterics aside, just feel your hands moving through space. You're creating friction with all the air molecules in this room. You might feel your breath as you pass by your face, another reminder that you're here, that you're doing this, that you're interacting with your environment. Another few. Inhale back to heart center here. With an exhale, 5-pointed star. Inhale here. Good. Exhale, walk the heels out as arms flatten. Beautiful. Inhale here. And let's see where the right foot turns towards. Drop that knee, warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel arms, lift left heel. Frame that foot. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, sit back for plank. Inhale here. Exhale to hold. Inhale here. And exhale, find the floor. Beautiful. Inhale, let's take a sphinx. Exhale, one more forearm plank. Inhale, let's all take a dolphin. And exhale, let's hold it. Feel the back of your heart opening here in this dolphin. We've opened the front of the heart a lot today, but just as important is giving it the space in the back. Feel those shoulder blades separating. Breathe into that upper third. Right now it's the lower third because we're inverted. Another breath. Let's return with an exhale to forearm plank. Inhale here. And exhale, pelvis to the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, melt the hands down beneath the shoulders. Inhale, cobra. And from here to a child's pose. Exhale, weight the hands, peel the chest off the floor, drape it on the thighs. Inhale and exhale, release to your child's pose. A breath in here, and another to the floor. Another in here, and exhale, ground through the hands. Let's rise to table. Just to transition, inhale, table, exhale, downward facing. Inhale, downward facing. Exhale, walk those feet to meet the hands. Beautiful. Inhale to a flat back here. Exhale, let's take a gorilla, palms towards us, slide them under the balls of the feet. Inhale, partially to a flat back. You won't be able to make it that far. And exhale, use your biceps, pull yourself a little deeper. Deep breaths here. Good. Inhale, release the bind. Exhale, inhale, flat back. Exhale, let the hands find the floor, step the feet together. Find a little chair pose. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, upright. Good. As always, we're going to take this chair, our final chair, as a little transition posture to the floor. We're going to exhale, sitting a little deeper. Your thighs are going to be the first to argue. Feel free to argue with them, to have that conversation. Give yourself what you wanted today. Take your time, as long as you like. Whenever you're ready, find your sit bones to the floor. No rush. Pushing, seeing how long you can take. When we do find the floor, we'll take right into Navasana, sitting sit bones down, lifting knees up, maybe taking them behind with the hands for support or hands at sides for full expression. You could straighten legs for 3, 2, 1. Let those feet find the floor. Let's inhale here. Exhale, engage that core and lower your spine all the way down. 1 vertebrae. That's kind of beautiful. When you're here, scooch those heels in a hair so that they're just beyond the grasp of the fingertips. Good, preparing for a little bridge pose here. Let's inhale on the floor. With an exhale, ground hands, lift pelvis. Inhale, lifted. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. Inhale on the floor, exhale, lift. Inhale, lifted. Exhale, lower. Let's add arms if you'd like. Inhale here, exhale, lift pelvis and arms overhead. Inhale, lifted. Exhale to the floor, arms alongside. Beautiful, continue a few rounds. Inhale, floor, exhale, lift pelvis and arms. Good, inhale here, exhale, release to the floor. Beautiful, one more time. Inhale, floor, exhale, lift. Good, inhaling here. Exhale to the floor. Beautiful. An option here for a few different things. We're going to have a chance to take a bound bridge, inhaling on the floor. With an exhale, you can lift the pelvis, interlacing fingers beneath the low back, walking to shoulders. We'll hold this for about 5 or 6 breaths. If you'd like, you can come down from this for a full wheel, an option or opportunity here to bring hands above the shoulders, pressing into the floor, really opening that heart. If you've taken a bridge instead of wheel, this would be a great time to maybe hover one of your legs. An option here for that core engagement. Maybe you drop that a leg and hover the opposing one. Good. If you're in wheel, let's return to the floor. If you're hovering legs, let's all return. Unlacing hands behind the back, let's drop that spine to the floor. And when you get here, let's hug knees into the chest. Take a little roll of that low back. And see if you can find a little bit of melting. Beautiful. Good. Let's come steady here if you're still rolling. If you're still hugging knees into the chest, let's send hands between those thighs for a happy baby, reaching for bottoms of feet here, driving knees towards the armpits. A nice variation I like to take is grabbing behind the thighs, just to lower the low back of the sacrum to the floor. And once you kind of feel what that feels like, you can reach back to the bottoms of the feet. It might help additionalize or add that little stretch of the low back, that little downturn of the sacrum, kind of like we did in chair pose when we created that waterfall instead of the lake. Gluing the sacrum to the floor, allowing that low back to fully release. Another breath here. Let's bring the feet together, knees out wide. Beautiful. Returning to happy baby pose. Good. Let's hug the knees into the chest once more. Cool. Let's take the hands beneath the sit bones with feet to the floor, kind of pinning our hands slightly beneath the sit bones here. We'll inhale with feet high to the floor, with high to the ceiling, sorry. With an exhale, we'll take them to the floor. Nice and slow. This can engage your core, but really we're just moving towards a fish pose. Again, choosing your adventure, taking as long as you'd like. When you do get to the floor, your heels will find it first. Your head will probably lift. It's going to pin your hands under your sit bones. You're going to drop that head back. You'll walk up on those elbows and find a nice spot that helps open the throat. Again, a nice heart opener here at fish pose. A breath in. Good. When you're ready to release, melting shoulders and elbows first, being safe. Let that head come down gently. Unpinning the hands from below the sit bones. Beautiful. Inhale here. And exhale, release to the floor. This can be a great time if you would like to add any sort of candlestick or inverting posture. We did just open the throat, so taking any sort of legs over the body, another opportunity to close that throat in the opposite direction could be great. We will, however, move from this candlestick variation of any choice to a Shavasana, to our final rest. So if you're feeling good, if you're feeling satiated, if candlestick isn't your favorite, or if inverting isn't the safest for you by yourself in your house, feel free to find yourself maybe right into a plow, or maybe right into that final corpse pose. Again, no rush to get there, but when you're ready, we'll find our way in that direction. Prop options for when you do head towards your final rest and relaxation. Could be a blanket rolled up beneath the knees. It's a great way to lower sacrum and low back to the floor. As such, this blanket could also be a great option over the torso, probably unfolded more than I have mine currently, but you get the idea, a little weight, a little feeling of being hugged down or held to the earth. Lovely. When you're here, when you found your rest, your final corpse pose, take this moment to let the echoes of your practice, the echoes of your prana, wave through you. I always like to acknowledge how difficult it can be to move from holding energy, from directing that prana or chi to a place of total surrender. Let the movement of that energy be part of your surrender. Surrender to it. Allow it to be. Beautiful. Good. Taking a moment to be in this state of equilibrium, held here by this beautiful floor, hugged down by the immaculate presence of gravity. You can release every tissue, every tendon, every cell, every molecule, every atom of your being. You will go nowhere. You won't melt. You won't float away. You'll be held right here in this perfect moment. Just let go. You can begin. Find your way back to this space and place. If you've wandered much, take your time. I like to begin with fingers and toes, with subtle movements, little gratitude for each and every tissue, every tendon and muscle, maybe moving the arms and legs next, the appendages that do so much for us. The same awareness towards their intricacies and all that allows them to be. Maybe hugging those appendages into the chest, finding your way to one side or the other, a little fetal pose, chance to take that awareness to the internal body. And when ready, to be reborn, to rise upright, to find a new life in the death of our practice, in the completion of that cycle. Find yourself upright, sprouting to a seated posture, much like we began. Let's take hands to heart center. A chance to really let those echoes, the judgments, any thoughts, feelings, or leftover emotions from our practice, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, no matter what, let them go. Just like the clouds in the sky, see them, find beautiful shapes in them, and know that the wind will carry them forward. Let's close with 3 Ohms here, inhaling for the first. One more for the whole internet to hear. Thank you all so much for your space in this place today, even virtual, for your practice, for your presence, but for most importantly, your breath. For yourselves, for each other, for each and every one of us. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you all once again. One more time, my name is Jacob. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, again, this is a new experience for us as well, and we're open to your feedback to help make the experience best for everyone involved. If not, I hope you have a great rest of this beautiful sunny Sunday. Don't mind those clouds, they will pass, just as everything else. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers. Yes, and thank you to Sarah and Michael for demonstrating today, and thanks to all of you for tuning in. Cheers.
Do you connect with everyone?
People do. A lot of people will comment.
Why do you not do the swing thing?
I'll unmute everyone just in case you all want to say hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, hey, Lauren.
Question for you real quick.
Yeah.
Is this the correct link?
No, it is not.
I had a feeling.
This is the end of the yoga class.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
at some point, would you mind sending me the?
I wanna
Yeah, I'll resend you the other one.
Thank you.
Okay, see you in a second.
There's only like 4 people left.
Hi, Deandra.
What's the teacher's name?
Hello.
Maybe there's
I
not.
came in a little late and had a little help, but
Oh, sweet. Family yoga. Love it.
you guys were hosting.
Yeah, you're so welcome. I'm glad you could join this morning.
Okay.
Oh, wow, nice.
Dad and Mom.
This is Mom and Dad trying to get in.
Can we see your face?
We're
We
trying.
don't know what we're doing.
They're trying.
We can see your name. We
Listen,
know you're
getting
there.
mad before I have thumbs, you know? Yeah.
Mom had fun. Dad tried.
Awesome.
You wanna get in there?
Took a while for us to get in, but we'll do better next time.
Okay.
You get in the middle.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too. Thanks, guys.
Hi, guys.
Have a beautiful day, everyone. Take good care. We'll see you again
Tell them
soon.
about the dance.
We have a dance coming up right after this class. If you're interested in signing up for that, you can go to the omculture.com website to the Wallingford tab. If you go to the schedule and find Wallingford, we have soul dance there. We're going to be running a beautiful set of music for you to continue to stretch your dance to from 12 to 2 p.m.